The illusion of opposition when opposing forces serve the same master. In politics, the legal system, and even corporate rivalries, the world often presents us with an illusion of opposition. We are told there are two sides: Democrats versus Republicans, prosecutors versus defense attorneys, Coke versus Pepsi. But when you pull back the curtain, these so-called adversaries often work for the same interests, dine at the same tables, and play the same game with different jerseys. The justice system, a rigged game. The legal system is designed to appear as a battleground of justice, where prosecutors fight for law and order, and public defenders fight for the accused. In reality, they are all part of the same machine. Judges, prosecutors, and public defenders often come from the same law schools, share the same social circles, and move between roles within the system. A prosecutor today could be a judge tomorrow, and a public defender could one day work for the prosecution. These supposedly opposing forces meet for drinks after court, attend the same bar association events, and sometimes even golf together. The defendant, just another case number. Whether you win or lose, the system itself keeps running, fueled by court fees, plea bargains, and mass incarceration. Justice becomes secondary to the maintenance of the system. Democrats and Republicans, two wings of the same bird. American politics thrives on division. We are told that Democrats and Republicans are locked in an eternal battle for the soul of the nation. But behind closed doors, they attend the same fundraisers, accept money from the same corporate donors, and craft policies that maintain the status quo. Take foreign policy. No matter who is in power, the U.S. continues endless wars and military interventions. On Wall Street, whether a Democrat or Republican is in office, billionaires get richer while the working class struggles. Both parties support the prison industrial complex, corporate bailouts, and expanding government surveillance. The rhetoric changes, but the game remains the same: corporate competitors that work together. The illusion of competition extends beyond politics and law into the business world. Take Coke and Pepsi, supposedly bitter rivals, yet they dominate the market together, driving out smaller competitors. They both rely on the same distribution networks, have similar pricing strategies, and often work together to lobby against regulations that might hurt their profits. Tech giants like Apple, Google, and Microsoft may sue each other over patents or market share, but they also collaborate when it serves their interests. They share suppliers, invest in each other's companies, and collectively lobby the government to shape tech policies in their favor. The competition is real in a sense, but the overall power structure remains intact. The media. Controlled opposition. Even the media, which claims to hold power accountable, is part of the same system. Major news networks, whether left-leaning or right-leaning, are owned by the same handful of corporations. They create the illusion of debate, but real challenges to the system, like questioning corporate control, endless war, or mass surveillance, are rarely given serious airtime. Instead, we get manufactured outrage, keeping us distracted and divided, while those in power continue business as usual. Conclusion. Seeing through the illusion. Once you recognize this pattern, it becomes impossible to unsee. The world is not divided into opposing sides, battling for truth and justice. More often than not, the players on both sides are part of the same club, working together to maintain control. The real division isn't between Republicans and Democrats, prosecutors and defenders, or Coke and Pepsi. It's between those who run the system and those who are trapped in it. Understanding this is the first step toward real change. The next step, refusing to play their game.